Hey friend, welcome to Chrysalis Chats. My name is Tanya, and like a caterpillar to a butterfly, I help people metamorphosize their diets and lifestyles to be plant-based. Today we're talking about intermittent fasting as a vegan, and why, pray tell, would you want to do that? So let's get into it. Intermittent fasting, if you don't already know what it is, basically means that you're not fasting for your entire day, but you're fasting for a certain amount of hours in your day. Thinking about it less in terms of numbers and more in terms of how that plays out at a daily level for you. It's like you have your last meal at dinner the night before, right? And then when you wake up the next day, you're only eating for breakfast like some tea. You're only having like some tea, or you're having maybe like a piece of fruit, which isn't truly a fast, but in my opinion, it's pretty much the same in terms of like how your body is processing all this stuff, especially if you're not eating anything else with that piece of fruit, like a pear or an apple or a banana, that sort of things. And then you're having your lunch, okay? And then you eat your lunch. So that's kind of, in my eyes, what I identify as an intermittent fasting. You can also wait and have a late lunch, that sort of thing, to prolong that period. But basically, you're consuming the majority of your calories on any given day between your lunch and your dinner, okay? So you're not really eating breakfast in an intermittent fast, okay? So that's just something to consider for how that looks. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, that's a great question. There's a lot of scientific research and study that shows us that when we do fast for a period of time, that is intermittently, it actually benefits your body's digestion, your absorption of nutrients, your energy, all these different things. Your whole body basically has a chance to heal itself because you're not inundating it with calories in the metabolic process of digesting down your food. So if you allow that gap period where like you're not actively digesting in your system, what you're doing is allowing your body to put its attention to the areas that need healing, that need attention. Okay, so say you have a wound, that hasn't healed forever, and you're like, what's going on, man? I'm eating good, I'm eating plant-based, I'm eating clean, and this still hasn't healed. Maybe you want to try intermittent fasting, because again, it's kind of like allowing your body to reset, And if you think about this from a developmental perspective in terms of like humanity's evolution, right? It kind of makes sense. Like, we didn't grow as a species having 24/7 access to food, right? Like, we didn't have supermarkets back in the day when our ancestors were first coming about on the planet, or living for the first majority of time that we've been on the planet. So you want to allow your body time, if you're pursuing this type of method, the whole idea is that you're allowing your body time to just focus on your body without focusing on your body digesting food, because digesting food actually takes a lot of energy from our body. And I think that's something that a lot of us don't really realize. It's not like we think about that, I know I didn't think about it till somebody told me about this. But when you do think about it, it's like your body's breaking down this substance, this, like, it could be a potato chip, it could be a sandwich, it could be a salad, it could be carrots, it could be any fruit or vegetable, right? Or grain. It's breaking that down, and different types of those substances. Like, if you think about the difference between a leafy green and a bowl of rice, like a bowl of leafy greens and a bowl of rice. Those are two very different substances for your body to digest. Your body's going to easily digest the leafy greens, but it's not going to digest the rice as quickly, or the lentils or the beans as quickly, okay? It takes more time to break apart all those fibers and those proteins that are so much more densely compacted into that type of substance. So thinking about how you want to plan your meals, if you are going about an intermittent plant-based fast, you want to eat your heaviest meal at the end of the day. And for your lunch, or the first meal that you're introducing into your body, again, fruit is a really good way to go. If you're having something in the morning, you're not doing like a true fast, just a piece of fruit is really good with your tea and whatever else you're drinking, in terms of beverages. And then you want to go ahead and pack on that heavy meal at the end of your day, and don't be afraid to make it a heavy meal. Don't be afraid to have, if you're a person who eats like tacos and it's taco night and you're having tofu tacos with some blue corn, wrapper or whatever, that's awesome. Go for it. Have that at the last meal though of your day. Don't try to smash that on lunch. Like, you can definitely smash on lunch, but just try to make it, especially when you first start eating, like have a salad before you smash on lunch. You know what I'm saying? Allow your body to like warm up. In other words, that's your goal, to like warm up your digestive system. I will say, in terms of fighting hunger, like how do you fight hunger? If you're just eating, at lunch and dinner, basically, definitely recommend some tea. I definitely recommend sipping on some nice hot tea. Good teas to consider for daily consumption that I have personally found as being very compatible with this form of fasting include mountain tea and pau d'arco tea. Those are probably my two favorites at this point in time. You can also, if you need something with more of a stimulant effect, like a flat out stimulant effect, definitely check out yerba mate. It's a very good tea for sustained energy, but it does have caffeine in it, so do be aware of that if that's something that you're not trying to consume. To me, it has a pretty jolting caffeine. It's not just like a green tea, which is a little more mellow. It's a little more amplified than that. Okay, so just thinking in terms of how you want to work with your body uniquely for your needs, right? I just want to put that on your radar. So mountain tea is really good, and so is pau d'arco. I can do separate videos on those. But with that said, I think I'm going to wrap this up here. So if this video was helpful, please hit that like button and support your girl, because I want to keep making you awesome content that is plant-based and inspiring you to live a holistically awesome plant-based lifestyle. So hit that like button as it helps the channel grow. Subscribe if you're not already, and hit that bell icon to make sure you get the updates when I do upload videos. So with that said, my friend, whether you're just starting off as a tiny little caterpillar, like where are the leaves at, or you're a full-fledged butterfly sipping the nectar of a plant-based diet, you, my friend, are awesome. Have a blessed day.